Going on, guys? Figured I'd fire up a YouTube channel and see how that goes. Just a video here and there when I have time at the shop. We're pretty fucking busy. There's only 3 of us. 2 of us wrench. The boss's son does most of the office stuff. He'll come out, he'll do the tires and that. He's a certified guy. But he'll come out and help us wrench. But there's only 3 of us working in the shop. So might be hard to do content all the time. Plus I need to find a way to record while I work without having to hold the camera, but we'll see how that goes. What I want to do today is talk about tools, especially if you're starting out. I've had to rebuild my tool collection a few times for moving. Don't go into debt thinking you need this to wrench. You don't. I've got a 96 by 30 Mac Tools Maximizer toolbox, and it's full of Amazon, Harbor Freight, Princess Auto, Canadian Tire, whatever tools. I got a few things from Snap-on, a couple things from Knack, but majority of the shit I'm wrenching with professionally, no, it is not that. Why would I spend stupid money on tools that do the exact same thing? Especially when cheaper versions come with lifetime warranty. Anybody that says you're not a professional if you don't have certain name brands of tools is a fucking idiot. If you want to fork out way more money than you need to just to have a name stamped on a tool, great. By all means, have at it. Do I recommend it? No. A lot of the Snap-on sets of shit, not only do they skip sizes, but they're not very large sets, and they want stupid money for them. We got the flyer from our rep this week. They had a set of 3/8 sockets in there. It was like 8 or 10 millimeter to 19. They wanted like $350 for just the deeps. And that's like a good deal on sale. That's fucking insane. Absolutely insane. Look, some of the worst sockets I've seen for stretching and cracking, impact and chrome, have been Snap-on. I've got the Quinn Master sets in all drive sizes. I think all 3 sets cost me around $400 or something Canadian with the conversion or whatever. Been beating on them for years. Haven't had one stretch, haven't had one crack, and even if they do, I'm only 5 minutes from the border to cross. So I can be at a Harbor Freight usually in like 15-20 minutes if I need to. No questions asked, swap it out, off I go. Got some Icon wrenches. Lifetime warranty work great. I got those ones that are like the mountain wrenches, the extra long flex head, offset, reversible, ratcheting wrenches. I think I paid $300 or something like that. Like Snap-on wants you to give up your firstborn child for their fucking set, and they do the same thing. You can watch the Torque Chest channel if you want to. You're never going to put that kind of force on a wrench while you're working before trying to reach for something else anyway. And I'll tell you this. Snap-on wrenches, like their regular wrenches or whatever, Flank Drive Plus or whatever, the beams on a Snap-on wrench in your hand, when you go to put force on a fastener, some of the shittiest feeling fucking wrenches in your hand ever. I've used them. I use them. I've got a set that I paid $60 for on sale. Goes from 10 millimeter all the way to 32. It only skips 20 until you get to 25, then it jumps to 27 and 32. Everything else is there aside from the 20 and those other ones. $60. I think the ones that I got are from Titan. I have never rounded a fastener with the open end. I was doing ball joint. I don't know if it was a Volkswagen. Either way, I put the 19, the open face, because it's the only way you can get to the nut, with a wrench extender. I'm 200 pounds. I put everything I had into that to the point where I snapped off one of the things before that wrench slipped. And open faces, I don't care what brand of wrench, they open up when you put crazy force on them. It did not round the fastener. It broke the fucking wrench. Went to Princess Auto, boom, boom, got it warrantied out. They don't sell those wrenches anymore. Got a shitty Power Fist one in its place. But either way, the wrench got replaced free of charge. Been using that set for a few years. Does everything a wrench is supposed to do. For a set like that from Snap-on, you are well into the $1,000+ range. I think they've got a set out there that does those sizes metric standard. They want like $2,800 US for a fucking wrench set that soon as you grab it and you go to put any kind of force on something, it feels like shit in your hand. You're paying that kind of money just because it's a Snap-on. Do that if you want to. If you want everything in your box Snap-on and you want to spend $1.3 million to get a free sweater and a hat, have at her, man. Go nuts. The only thing I've bought from Snap-on, their screwdriver, their big screwdriver set, the one they sell for $500-600. My rep gave it to me for $100 just to get me to step onto the tool truck. You give me a deal like that, sure, I'll bite. But if you think I'm going to go spend that kind of money on a basic ass screwdriver set, that's not me. Get more bang for your buck elsewhere with lifetime warranty. The whole lifetime warranty, we come to your shop once a week and you can do that. That was great 30-40 years ago. It's not really a thing now, bro. If I break my tool and I can walk into a place on my lunch break and get it replaced that day, no questions asked. Why would I want to wait around for the tool truck to show up for a tool that does the same job, but I got to wait and spend way more money on? It just doesn't make sense in my eyes. If you want to spend your money that way, great. But honestly, you can fill up a box for way less money than it costs to get a few Snap-on tools. I've got my Maximizer from my Snap-on rep for a great deal, which is the only reason I even bought that box. Originally, I was looking at a Maximum box. It's one of their special order boxes through Canadian Tire. They sell a 72 by 30 deep for like $4,000 Canadian. You can go to Harbor Freight. You can get some of their Icon boxes that have a lifetime warranty. They're basically the Classic Series copies, but they're lifetime warranty. They're the same sturdiness, just different badging. For way less money than you're going to spend on the Snap-on truck. I think one of their fucking 72s I had priced out. Classic box. They wanted like 18-20 grand fucking for the roll cab. Go spend a couple thousand at fucking Harbor Freight and get the same thing. Or go with a US General for even cheaper than that. I got my box, like I said, I was looking at the Canadian Tire Maximum 30 deep, 72 wide. I ended up with a 96 by 30 Maximizer lifetime warranty for a couple grand more. That's the only reason I bit. And I got that off my Snap-on rep. We no longer have a Mac Tools rep in town. And even then, the problem with tool trucks too is some of them are great. Some of the dealers you get are great. Like, we got a pretty good rep here. I will say that. Dude's awesome. But he doesn't come around very often. And I know for a fact in a lot of places, Snap-on preys on the new technicians. They know you don't have a whole lot of shit. They want to get you on that truck. We'll give you a credit. Come drop 30 grand with us. And you really don't get a whole lot for what you're spending. And you start off your career in fucking massive debt. On top of that, when you got to warranty a tool, you got to wait around. Sometimes even get denied. Or send it in, you got to wait. No. Like, I'm not going to spend $350 for a 1/4 inch deep 12-point set, only in deep, to like from like 5 to 14 or 4 to 14 $350 just for the one. Dude, Castleman on fucking Amazon right now has got a set that does 3/8 deep, 6-point and 12-point. Does mid, semi-deep. Same thing. 6-point, 12-point. Then it does shallow, 6-point, 12-point. Then it does stubby, 6-point, 12-point. On top of that, they throw in swivels from 10 to 19. All in one set. $169 Canadian. So, yeah, man. When it comes to tools, if you want to spend... If you're a shop owner and you got a whole bunch of Snap-on shit, sure, whatever. You got the extra money to throw around and that's what you want to do and treat yourself, by all means, go ahead. But I'm going to say this. Some of their tools are really good. They've been around a long time. But let's not forget, they got their start copying tools from other makers. Everybody gets their start doing that. But again, back then, they had their place. The tool trucks had their place. Nowadays, dude, you don't need a specific brand to wrench. I wrench with what you would call cheaper tools. Some of them, do they break? Yeah, like my Titan ratchets that I got. I got the, they're like 24, 25 inch long, half inch. I got the fixed head and the flex head sets. It did a half inch, a 3/8, and a 1/4 inch. $60 each set. So I got 6 ratchets for $120. I broke the fixed head 3/8, snapped the anvil off. They didn't have it in stock anymore, so I swapped it out for another Titan wrench. I mean, their ratchets, the other half inch, the flex head stuff, I put all kinds of force. They're like 32 teeth. They fucking break shit loose great. They're not as smooth as a super long Snap-on, but when that set is finally done and they no longer warranty it, I'm going with the Icon G2s. Lifetime warranty, boom, done. But I've been rocking these Titan ones for a while. Not all of their wrenches, like the one I got, the all aluminum body with they're silver with the blue handle. You can't put a lot of force on those, but for oil changes and brake jobs and shit like that, the back drag is fantastic. The tooth count is great. Super smooth. You just need to know what you're working with. That specific ratchet can't put a whole lot of force on. I jump on that 3/8 ratchet I got in my Quinn set. I put the fucking beans to that thing, haven't skipped the tooth. Spend your money wisely. Like master sets, I'm always looking for the most complete set that I can get with no skips, that covers a wide range of sizes for the money. If the warranty is good, the set is massive, and it's cheap, it's a no-brainer. The sockets work just as good as any other socket. So, you know, plier sets like the Snap-on Talon grips, do they last longer than the Icons? Maybe. Does it matter when you have lifetime warranty? No. If you can get 3 sets of pliers for the price of one, should you do that? Probably. But, I mean, if you grab a set of the Snap-on Talon grips, I ain't going to be mad at it. But, you know, $2,800 for a Snap-on wrench set that doesn't perform any better than anything else and feels like shit in your hand, that's kind of dumb in my opinion. And if you really need something that's got that anti-slip, you can grab the Icons or Milwaukee Max Bites. And if you've got big hands and you don't like the feel of Snap-on wrenches digging into your hands and you want something you can put some force on that feels good and still has that anti-slip, bites into a fastener, go with Milwaukee Max Bites. But anyway, it's not the tools that make you the money. It's not the tools that make you a better mechanic. It's the person wielding the tools. My boss, he's got Snap-on, Matco, Mac, all that kind of shit in his box. He's still got wrenches that he's had from Craftsman for 30 plus years in his box. Sockets from Craftsman, all kinds of, man, there's so many old school old school brands that he still has in his box. Still beating on him, still ain't broke. But boy, I seen some snap-on sockets fucking no longer the same size because they're swollen. And when they swell up like that, you got to put a ball bearing in them and fucking finish the job before they even warranty them. You stretch out one of your Harbor Freight sockets, you walk in and say, hey, bro, this thing's stretched, they ain't fitting good. Go grab one. They don't give a fuck. They'll break a pack open. Here's your socket. Boom. Have a good one. You're in and out in 5 minutes, if that. For a fraction of the price. You don't need to spend $1.3 million for a free hat and candy. I'm going to end it here. Just, yeah, you see people that get brand loyal. You know, they even hate on, like, the Hercules power tools. You got to either be Team Red or Team Yellow. And mind you, I really like DeWalt stuff. Milwaukee makes good stuff as well. I haven't heard very good things about their batteries. But when you have a company like Hercules making tools, their brushless stuff is 5-year warranty out the gate and 3-year on the batteries. And when you take the battery apart, it's the same cells they're using in big name batteries and shit. For a fraction of the cost, you could load your toolbox off all electric for a fraction of the price you're going to spend on the other stuff. So especially if you're a new tech, that's the way to go in my opinion. And as long as if it breaks and they're warrantying it out, who gives a shit? Keep warrantying it out. It's going to start fresh each time you warranty it out, right? Makes sense to me. You don't need to go into debt to do this. I got all kinds of room to grow, but I've got everything you need. I still run air. I've got the Hercules 3/8 long reach electric ratchet, which works great. I've had to warranty it out once. I was doing shit you're not supposed to do with it, but you know, for speed, works just as good as the Snap-on. And they want like $700 for the Snap-on. I think I paid $80 for mine with a battery and a charger. But I still got to work on my electric. I still got to expand my wrenches and, you know, my wide range of sockets. But I've got all the basic shit in that box that you need to do the job. And you still are going to spend a lot of money to get into this trade, but you don't need to go $40, $50, $60,000 in debt right off the hop for storage and basic tools to get started. Don't be afraid to try out cheaper tools you see on Amazon or your local name brand box store or Harbor Freight. They've stepped their game up quite a bit. The warranties are on point. Certain things I would be wary of for pliers, like the Pittsburgh and stuff like that. But if you're in a pinch and you need a specialty wrench for this or that or the oddball thing, like, fuck, man, I grabbed the S wrenches from Pittsburgh because they were cheap. I grabbed the jumbo wrench set that goes up to 50 millimeter from Pittsburgh because they were cheap. So my wrenches for my basic combination wrenches, I've got from 6 millimeter all the way up to 50 millimeter for less than a basic Snap-on wrench set. So something to keep in mind for new guys getting into it. I don't hate on people that buy expensive, but when you're knocking guys and talking all this shit about companies, I'll tell you right now, a lot of these cheaper lifetime warranty companies, their tools do just as good. I don't give a fuck if such and such held 10 more pounds before it slipped off the thing on this like, bro, realistically, you're not putting that much force on a fucking 10 millimeter wrench anyway. When you start getting to that point, you know I got to try something else. They do the job fine. I've been rocking, like I said, $60 set of Titan wrenches for a couple years now, beating them daily. And they've been doing the job just like any other wrench in the shop. So that's my take on it. I'm going to do a toolbox tour. When I get some time at the shop, I'll show you what I'm working with now. Things I plan on grabbing in the future, and we'll go from there.